ask yourself today, what is it that you do that genuinely makes you feel confident, that genuinely makes you feel alive, that genuinely gets you goosebumps, and then ask yourself, how can I make myself feel like that in everything that I do? And you will start to feel confident, and that will be your answer.
I was broke, ain't nobody give a fuck. Hated on a stand, now they love us cause we are.
So over the weeks while I've been making my videos, one of the common questions a lot of people have texted me through DM, through messages, is that how do I sound so confident? How do I always ensure that I exhibit a very confident persona and a confident personality? So in today's video, I'm going to talk about two things. Number one, that why is it that confidence is the most important thing, number one. And number two, that why is it in certain situations, even though you don't know a lot of things, but if you just ensure that you are confident, it will help you sail through. So that's the topic of today's video, and that's what I'm going to talk about. So 11 years ago, when my eldest sister was getting married in 2009, and I was forced to host her wedding, I remember in my head I practice the kind of things that I was going to say while holding the mic, and how I'm going to be insanely confident. And cut to the actual part, when I did hold the mic, I was the most nervous wreck.
Sing a song and we'll end by a dance performance. So please, I request all of you to come over here. Please.
Doing something over and over again, a point comes in where you get extremely confident in that thing. And in hindsight, it has been proven where I could win my debating championships to the corporate training career that I chose from. I think the inflection point was that day when I managed to complete the entire thing, but I could have done that much better. But what I realized from it is that how confidence stems from the fact that if you continue to do something over and over again, and if you choose to make those mistakes and you continue to learn from them, it automatically results in a very confident persona. And that's the first thing that I want to tell anybody who's watching this video, that if you feel underconfident in something, the first thing that you need to choose is that what can you do to do that over and over again, despite failures, despite rejections, despite the fact that everybody may be laughing at you, everybody may be saying that you're not supposed to do this. If you continue to do this, there'll be a point that will come that you will start feeling confident. If you go and speak to your mother and you suddenly start asking her about her cooking abilities, she can speak about hours about how the masala should go in at the right time, how she cooks her vegetables. So from the sheer cooking ability standpoint, she sounds extremely confident. Now I get a lot of questions and I hear from a lot of people that they are only confident in a certain aspect of their life. Now if you have a younger brother, if you have anybody who's extremely confident or extremely interested in gaming, for example, or in technology, now the moment you start talking about gaming or you start talking about technology to that particular person, he can talk at hours and at length about it. Suddenly start talking to them about mathematics or science, and they are not interested in that. It will be extremely difficult for them to even talk about it for a certain period of time. So confidence also stems from your interest area. So if I am, for example, extremely interested in public speaking, about rock music, about off-roading, so I can discuss at length about them. And back in the day when I was forced to take science, and science was my main subject, and recently the board exam results have come in. So if anybody that time also would have asked me to speak at length about science, even though I'm a confident speaker, I wouldn't have been able to speak even for 5 to 7 minutes, because it's not my interest area. So people need to realize that confidence also stems from your interest areas. Something is your interest area, and it can be anything. It can be gaming, it can be sports, it can be cooking, it can be reading, it can be anything. If you have a specific interest area, and I'm extremely sure that if that's your interest area, you would be extremely confident and interested in that, you need to realize it that whatever you feel when you talk about that interest area, you need to imbibe those aspects of your personality in other aspects as well, in other things as well. And then when you create a holistic view, you create a holistic picture, suddenly your confident demeanor comes out. Now that same thing happened with me back in the day. I was not used to be confident in almost every aspect of my personality, but because I became confident in, for example, public speaking and the art of oratory, those things suddenly started to spill over in other aspects as well. So if I walk into any room, if I walk into an interview, if I walk into a meeting, I go anywhere, suddenly, because I'm confident in that and I've been able to imbibe that in other things as well, I suddenly become a more confident persona and more confident personality. So you need to ask yourself that question, that what can I do to turn that interest area into something where I feel extremely confident in, and also feel confident in other places also, because that can naturally happen. But what you need to realize is that you got to pursue it to a point where you genuinely feel confident about it, and you don't have to half-ass it. If you tell me that you love swimming, I need you to know about Michael Phelps. I need you to know about all other swimmers that ever existed. So if that's your interest area, I want you to go into the depth of that, because once you go into the depth, you suddenly can sound extremely confident in that thing, and that can allow you to feel confident in almost anything else that you do, because you're genuinely good at something. Because if you're genuinely good at something, it allows you to be confident in any other thing. So that's a food for thought for you guys, that ask yourself a question. Number one, what are the places that I feel the most confident at? That's number one. Number two, what can I do to transfer that confidence to other aspects of my personality, so that in general, whatever I do, I start to feel confident. So let us know in the comment section. Let us know as to what are the things that you do that you feel confident at. And like this video, share, subscribe, and keep watching our content. Thank you.